Jesus. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Woo. Can y'all hear me? All right. Okay. That's good enough. Naturally, okay, I think I'm okay. I'm like, naturally, I drop my phone on my desk right when I don't like this case. I mean, this phone holder, y'all. I may end up breaking my phone before I get another one. Happy, what day is it? Happy Saturday, guys. Happy Saturday. Just another stream before work. Oh boy, what a day. Okay. I am up. I am here. I am not feeling work today, but I'm going. To be fair, I'm hardly ever feeling work any day. But it's okay. Okay. All right. My desk looks crazy. That's fine. Hold on. Naturally, I'm still knocking stuff over. It's been a morning. I had to get up and kind of act the fool with Amazon this morning. They decided to wake up and choose violence, so I woke up and matched the energy. But yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm just gonna do some coloring a little bit before work. Ooh, boy. Also trying to turn the fan on because it's already starting to get hot. All right. So I did a sketch yesterday. I was trying to sketch the cover of the coloring book. And then I did do sketch 2 of the trading cards, but we're just gonna do a little bit of coloring today. See if we can get some more work done on this one. I still haven't figured out anything over there. I want to erase both, so maybe not work on that one. I'm thinking we can go back and see what we can color, because you know what, we haven't colored this one, which I'm kind of waiting because I want that in the coloring book. But we can go backwards and see what we can put some color on. I haven't did any line work. There was one. We really need to finish the water one. In these two. And then at the line bow, this sketch isn't finished yet. What can we do? I just hopped on here. I just wanted to come live. That's it, that's all. I mean, I suppose we can try to figure out. Okay, so on here, I did decide to add a strap to Bo's book. I don't know if it's gonna be permanently attached to her book, but that's just to help her carry it around. And I gave him some gloves on this one. We can figure out the colors of this giant beetle. For some reason, I kind of wanted it like a blue. But at the same time, I'm kind of tired of looking at blue. We can do this one. Finish this off. Hi, Amy. I'm here. I don't know what I'm coloring, but I'm here. I did do the trading cards, so once I get these onto, I'll make like a scan of this page, and then I can color these. I don't know what color I want Grandpa. He might be like a maybe gray. I don't know why. I feel like gray kind of fits him. I keep calling him Grandpa. He is not related to either one of these guys. Okay, so let's maybe these things can be like a they can be the same color of the sand technically because like I said, they and then it's the background I'm also not 100% certain on, nor the color of Bo's book. Mm. Hey Mary. I'm just here flipping through trying to see what I want to. I mean, we can color this one. This one's pretty much done. I didn't finish his face, but um yeah, I'm totally beat. I'm tired. I didn't sleep very good. I was doing a lot of coughing and a lot of turning and it was a lot of noise outside and a lot of crazy people and so I didn't sleep good and then I had to get up and get the Amazon package from outside. And like I said, they chose violence. I wake up and the whole box is wet and slippery because the guy threw the box on my porch and broke the cap to the washing detergent. So that broke and then the lotion that I ordered was open. So it was lotion and washing detergent all over my front rug of my front door. And then um yeah, the box is still outside because I'm like, I don't know. I have to throw it away, but it's like, what do I do? Because it's laundry soap all over. And I'm like telling the neighbors, like, on both sides of me, like, please be careful. Please don't slip in this because Amazon decided to be dumb and throw my package on my porch. So, be mindful of where you're stepping because they're idiots and they chose dumbness today. So be careful. And I don't even throw my mat away and I'm just like, well, I guess I'll be cleaning the porch or he'll be cleaning the porch when later or I'll be cleaning it tomorrow. He probably won't do it. He'll probably see that box there and see I didn't want nothing to do with it and throw it away. But I got to clean that porch because it's slippery and I know I'm probably going to be the first person to slip and fall. So um I don't know. I feel like it was dumb of them to throw it in the first place. So I had to call them. And the first guy was like, and I told him, I said, well, first of all, why did he throw it? I'm sure he knew what was in it. So throwing it or dropping it or whatever he did to it, I'm sure he knew that wasn't a good idea. And then when he seen or heard that he broke it, he just left it there. So everything leaked all over my porch, my rug. And I said, he's like, well, we'll do a free replacement. I said, okay. He's like, and we'll give you a $10 credit. I said, all right. And who's replacing my rug? I said, that is hi, Brittany. Brittany Daniels, hi. I said, that is a $35 rug. I said, it's not a cheap rug. I said, and $10 is not going to cover it. I don't typically buy anything cheap. And I'm not about to go get a $10 mat that, that's going to get blown away in the wind. We have very high winds out here. So, I had to make sure that I invested in a mat that wouldn't get blown away. I said, it's not a cheap mat. I can't just go get any kind of mat. So he's like, well, I'm just the agent and all I can do is give you $10. I said, no. I said, somebody's about to replace this mat. If he has to come back and replace it, that's what's going to happen. I said, because he shouldn't have thrown it in the first place. So the guy kept going, okay, so, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you the $10. Are you satisfied? I'm like, no, I am not satisfied. My rug. What part of that are you not understanding, sir? So he ended up transferring me over to the supervisor, I guess. And she was asking me what was going on, and I was telling her, and she's like, yeah, I see you live in Nevada. It's very windy, and you know, have to get good rug. I said, right. And he just threw my package there like it was nothing, and my whole entire rug is wet. I said, so she put a $35, um, I guess like promotional thing or something on there, and basically I have to find one that's sold and shipped by Amazon because that's the only way that the I guess that's the only way that the thing is going to apply. I don't know, something crazy she was saying. So I'm gonna end up having to go and get my own rug and using that $35 on Amazon for something on Amazon that I need, because I'm not about to go and search through all those rugs to see which ones is sold and shipped by Amazon in order to get the credit. They are disrespectful to the packages. I'm so over it. I'm like, and I'm an Amazon Prime member. Like, where did y'all find this guy? Because normally, they'll deliver my packages pretty well. As far as like placing them on the porch and stuff. I don't know if this guy was having a bad day or what, but I was like, yeah, no, this is not. I'm not having this today because it's everywhere out there, and I'm like, I just left the box out there because I'm like, I don't know how to deal with it. So I'm like, I feel like if I clean it, it's gonna get more slippery. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess everything has to go in the trash, and we'll figure it out from there and pray nobody slips and fall while I'm trying to figure it out. But um, it's just sitting out there waiting to be dealt with at this moment because it kind of teed me off, and I'm like, you're gonna sit out here because this is dumb, and why do I have to clean this up because he wanted to be stupid? And I was just kind of, the guy wasn't even there anymore, and I was just outside going off. So that's the kind of day I'm having so far. I hope you all are having a better day, because who wakes up and deals with something like that besides Bubbles? So I said, well, and it's a cute little mat too, but I mean, it was dirty, but I'm like, all right, well, now I gotta go and pray that and it's a little hard to find mats out here, like to just go in the store because everybody basically has the same idea. Like, you can't get a cheap one because it's gonna get blown away. And so it's like battle of the mats, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, hello everybody. Hello, I'm done complaining. But I'm trying to see. I was doing pretty good yesterday. I was sketching, and then I don't. I was in my area at work last night, and there was somebody who was supposed to be in the area next door to me, so I didn't have to deal with the entire hallway. And I got annoyed because the kid was supposed to be over there, I guess. He was just at the gate, apparently. Went to go help it. And they were like, oh yeah, can you go help him? And I'm like, okay. So I get over there and I'm like, well, where is he at? I'm not putting all these people on the plane by myself. So I'm radioing him, no answer. I'm like, and it's Frontier. So I'm like, absolutely not. So I'm like seeing all these people who need wheelchairs down the jet bridge, and I'm like, mm-mm. Now, like 5 or so minutes go by, and I'm now at like 6. I'm like, I'm like, I messaged my manager. I'm like, if somebody don't come help me with all these pre-boards, I'm quitting. So I'm walking out the door because what the heck is going on right now? Where is the guy who's supposed to be over here? Why do I see people available and no one's coming to help me deal with this chaos? So, still no reply from no one. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I see how it is. So then I see like some random girl. She was walking by, minding her business. And she was like, I mean, she worked for us, but she wasn't on that assignment. And she was so nice. She was like, I'll come help you. She was like, you got a lot of pre-boards lined up. She was like, I'm gonna come help you. I was like, okay, cool. So she was like, well, how many did you take down before I got here? I said, 3. She said, and you just took down another 3. I said, right. She was like, well, how many was it? I said, a lot. Because I think she took down 2 or 3. So, I thanked her or whatever. We go and we go on about our business. Maybe like, I don't know, 10 minutes later, our dispatcher is like, hey, they're calling for an aisle chair at E10. I'm like, I just came from that gate, literally from doing pre-boards. Why didn't they tell me they had an aisle chair? I was just there. So I was like, okay. So I couldn't call the girl back because she went, and she went on a new assignment. So I couldn't call her back. So I'm like, dang it. So I hop on the radio. I'm like, okay, I need somebody to come over here and help me, you know, because you need 2 people for an aisle chair. So I'm like, I need someone to come help me. Complete and total radio silence. I'm like, okay. And I know my radio's working because I was just talking on it. So I'm like, really? So I'm like, well, hello? Like, somebody need me at E10. I need some help here. Nothing. So I'm like, all right. Like, it's that kind of night. So naturally, nobody comes to help. So one of the Frontier agents, she's so nice. She's a new girl. She was like, well, I'm new and I've never done one before, but I'll help you. And she was so nice. So I was like, okay. I said, I'll let you, take the front side, and all you basically have to do is make sure this lady doesn't fall out of this chair. So I was like, well, where was this lady when we were doing the pre-boards? Because the aisle chairs are supposed to be the very first person on the plane. I said, so where is she? I said, because we called all the names for the pre-boards. I said, and is she the aisle chair that we were looking for? Before we started. She was like, I'm not really sure. She didn't really know. So I'm like, okay. So I get down there and the lady's like scowling at us, and I'm like, So she was like, I don't know what took you guys so long and where you were and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, where were you? I said, because we just left this gate. We called out all the names. I said, and did not see you. So you must have came after pre-boarding. I said, but it's okay. We're here now. We're going to get you on the plane. Because don't throw shade at me because I'm going to throw it back. So we're getting her on the plane. And some random guy was sitting in her seat. And he was trying to basically convince her, like, oh, yeah, you can sit in the seat that I was assigned. So it could be better for you. I said, no, she has to be by the window because she's an aisle chair. She can't, sit in the aisle because if it's an emergency, people are going to have to climb over her or whatever the case may be. She has to sit by the window. So he just kept trying to convince her. So she was like, no, thank you. She was like, I'm going to stay in the seat that I was given. So he just kept going and kept going and kept going. So I ended up telling the guy off. I said, listen, I said, be quiet. She's already told you that she does not want to change her seat. Stop asking her. Stop antagonizing her. Stop harassing her. Sit in your seat and shut up. And so at this point, everybody on the plane is like looking back like, oh my God. And, I meant to say it like that, but at the same time, I didn't mean to say it like that. But you're harassing this lady and she's already told you no. And I don't know if he just wanted the window seat or what was happening, but she had already said no. So why do you keep asking her? So the flight attendants were like, oh my God. So I told, before I left, after we got her in her seat and buckled in and everything, I told the guy, I said, I don't want to hear anything from anyone about you when y'all get to where y'all going. And I told the flight attendant, I said, if he continues to harass her, you make sure you have the police waiting when he gets off the plane. So he's like, oh no, it's okay, I'll sit in my seat. I said, thank you. Now everybody have a good flight and thanks for your patience. And the flight attendants were cracking up and I'm like, it's not funny. Like, I'm tired and you guys are like, I don't know if you guys are doing this on purpose. Like, you can just sense that I'm tired and they're like, oh, let's mess with Jazz. No, I want to go home. It's like 12 o'clock at night and you got this random lady who needs an wheelchair that popped up out of nowhere. And the flight, I'm sure we got that delay. I'm sure they put that delay on us. And because technically, she was telling them she was there. One of the agents said that she was there, but she went to the bathroom. I said, okay, well then that's not being there. If she's not there when she's supposed to be, and we're all done with pre-boarding, she's not there. Why did she wait until it was time to start boarding to go to the bathroom? So it was like a whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably going to be our fault. So when I go into work today, it's probably going to be a, hey, what happened on that flight to Cleveland last night? And I'm going to have to explain the foolishness. Also, while explaining how the fact that nobody came to help me. And then I realized it once I was done dealing with the foolishness. I was like, wait a minute. No one ever showed up to help me. So I'm like, I get on the radio and I'm like, seriously? So nobody was just going to come help? Nobody was going to ask to see if it was done? Nobody was going to ask anything, huh? Radio silence. I said, all right. That type of night. It was just really that type of night. I was like, all right. So, hopefully tonight will be better. I'm going to bring my sketchbook, but I'm also going to bring my Switch because I need to work on some Pokemon stuff. So I'm going to find a nice corner. And I need y'all to pray for me that tonight goes better. And so that I'm not, telling anybody off today. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to do better. But boy, do they be testing my patience. And then the guy that was with her, he was like, well, I need to give her medicine, and I need to give her this, and I need to give her that, and I need to give her this. Mind you, she's still strapped in the chair, and I'm like, sir, you gotta wait until she gets to her seat. You can't hand her anything while she's in this chair because she cannot move. And he's like, I said, does she need to be given the medicine like right this second? And he's like, well, no. So I'm like, okay, well, just give me a minute. Yeah, but I just need to give it to her because my seat's up here. I said, okay, and I will come get it and give it to her once we get her in her seat. But you're handing me things and I'm literally like pulling her to her seat. And I'm like, you know what? I'm never coming back down to this side of the hallway again. I don't know what they're going to do tonight because I'm not going down there. I refuse. Find somebody else because I always go down there to help on the Frontier side and it's always some foolishness. I don't care what I'm going down there to help with. It's always something. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing it tonight. I'm going to have a peaceful night on my side of the hallway. And that's that. I don't know what they're going to do. Those poor people who need to get on their flight, I don't know what to tell them because I'm not going down there. It's like my mini Friday because I'm off tomorrow, so I'm really not going down there. Um, but yeah, you know, work is work. But geez, one of these days, I'll get a break cut to me. But when the Switch comes out, I did take 2 days off for that. But the way I have it lined up, I'm really gonna be off for like a week because I strategically placed those 2 days right in between um the 3 days that I have off. So it's gonna line up perfectly, and I'm gonna have a nice little vacation where I'm gonna be enjoying my game, not dealing with the airport and the people in it. It's going to be great. Now, I do want to try that smoky quartz color I was looking at. I don't remember what set it was from, but it was a nice dark blue. It was almost like, here it is. It's almost like a dark blue gray. It's in the jewel tone set. I'm gonna go with that. If I can find it. For her shorts. But for some reason I don't see it. What color is it? Number 24. There it is. Okay. Whew. So oh yeah, that's a nice dark color. And that will be for her pants. And so yeah, so today's been an interesting one. And tomorrow I'm not doing anything. Like, no joke. I might just sleep the whole day. I really just might. Anyone have plans for Mother's Day tomorrow? You guys are quiet today. I know you guys are probably like, nah, we not saying nothing, Bubbles, because you over there going on a whole rant. But I'm fine, I promise. I'm just, work can be annoying. People can be annoying. So I'm just, and then the Amazon guy, and I'm just like, all right, so we're just continuing on from the dumb stuff from yesterday. But nope, because when I get to work, I'm going to be in a corner with my little game. And that's where I'm going to be at. I cannot wait for the Switch 2. And they're coming out with a new Puyo Puyo Tetris too. I think they're calling it Puyo Puyo Tetris S2. And I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys know what Tetris is, but Puyo Puyo is like, I guess like the Japanese Tetris maybe? I don't know. So it's like Tetris versus Puyo Puyo. So you can play by yourself against the computer, where it's like you can be Tetris or they can play Puyo Puyo, or you both can be Tetris or you both can be, and it's like multiplayer, and it's just like a puzzle game. It's pretty chill. No plans. Okay. I'll be sending flowers to my niece and sister so she doesn't feel left out for Mother's Day. Okay. Working on work stuff. Yeah. Work's getting left right at the door when I leave tonight. um and I mean, just like Same as it ever was. Yep, just another day. I mean, not like that, but just another day, basically. Um, yeah. So I don't have no watch on, guys. I don't have nothing on. I couldn't tell y'all where the dog is located at this moment. He's probably, where is the dog? Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all, he done snuck off somewhere. He's not behind me. He's not even in the room. Yuki? 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 Uh-oh, y'all. Yuki, buddy, where you at? He's not outside because he was just in here barking when I started the stream. He's in this room somewhere. He might be hiding under the bed. Lord have mercy. Yuki? Yuki? I don't even hear him. He's so quiet. You want a treat? Yuki? And he's so good at ignoring me, you guys. So he's just, and he hears me, and he's just ignoring me. He's somewhere. Linda, come get your dog. I don't know where is he. He's in the house somewhere. Um, because he was in here when I started the live stream, but I don't know where he is. Yuki. Let me check the living room. He might have slipped out. Yuki. 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 What in the heck is happening here? He's not outside. I promise you guys he's not outside. He's in this house somewhere. And he'll pop out when he's ready, I guess. He's just ignoring me. He's in the house, I promise. He hasn't escaped. Okay, so Mary's like, oh no, where is he? No, yeah, he's in here. He's just ignoring me. I just don't see him. I'm assuming he's probably under the bed. That's the only other place he can be, but he's not anywhere visible, and he's just ignoring me. So, but once he realizes he has a treat out here, he might come get it. If I say treat enough, hopefully he's not stuck under the bed. But, you know, typical Yuki antics where he ignores me and acts like, see, I can hear him. Yuki, are you under this bed? Yes, you are. You want a treat? Come on out from under there. Come on. Come on, you silly goose. What are you doing under there? It's got to be at least 10 years worth of dust under that bed. We haven't even been here for 10 years, but I'm sure it's dusty. I hear you. He's like running back and forth. And you're running through the dust mites. Yeah, What are you doing under that bed? Here, have a treat. Okay, guys, he's found. Right. He's just playing. He's playing around with me. He's fine. He's found. He was under the bed. Because I'm like, I can hear him scuttling about. um, and it's like dusty under there, dude. You just got a bath. Like, why? Okay. I mean, it's Yuki. But anyway, and it's crazy because Mizu used to hide under there too. So I guess he must be catching like whiffs of her or something because that's where she used to go under and hide. So, yeah. Okay. So this is annoying me because I need to finish this. But also, I don't want to waste, because I use Toolie Art for this. And I'm thinking I can make the horizon line a bit higher, but I also use Toolie Art for this. So either way, I'm gonna have to change up the background a bit. I can make it daytime. I can bring the horizon line up, make it daytime, use a light blue, right? Um, I can bring it about right there. Roughly. Yeah. And then all that can be sand and whatnot. And then that can just be the sky. Okay. And then I can use on that note a I can use a nicety or a shuttle art. Probably, let me see what kind of blues we got. There's a nice light blue I can go with. Number 59. I know that marker is tired of me, but I think I am gonna use it because this one's kind of greenish and it's gonna clash with his clothes. Hi Nessa. Yeah, Yuki. He'll give you a heart attack, that's for sure. But I knew he was in here because he was in here when I started the live. So I'm like, I know you're in here. You're just ignoring me per usual. Story of my life, y'all. Story of my life. He be acting like he does not hear me when I call him. So I have to go around these little things. One day I'm just gonna sit down. I think I want to have a separate sketchbook for like just like practice for like figure drawing and just like my ugly scribbles where I don't know exactly how to draw what it is I'm trying to draw and then learn it. I think I want to have a sketchbook for that. because this one is like my character development sketchbook. So I'm like doing a lot of Miso and Bo in here and other characters, but I want one for, and I'll probably just grab, like, I have one where I don't really like the paper in it, so I can just use it for like pencil sketches where I'm like learning how to draw certain things. Maybe like, because I do want to learn how to draw more like gestures and stuff. And most of these are like just from imagination, so that's why they kind of look wonky. I'm sure they look a little off, but it's not exactly, it's like a cartoon, so it's not supposed to be like perfect, perfect. But I do still want it to make sense, so I do need a lot of practice on that. Um, so I want to do that. What time is it? Okay, I got 10 minutes. I do still want to do that. And then I also want to use it to practice like background stuff because they're going to be in a lot of different environments and stuff. And who's going to be drawing all that? Me. So I have to learn um, how to do it. Even though my story is probably going to be a chapter book with a few pictures, um, I don't know if I want to make it a full on graphic novel yet. I mean, one day, but right now, I want to kind of get the story down first. So, and then maybe I can turn it into a graphic novel. But for now, uh, I need to learn a little bit more as far as like drawing certain things. So, all right. I'm gonna have to choose another color for the sand because I don't want to use my Toolie art for this very big space. So, um, see what we got. These are my, I mean, the niceties have this color here. It looks like it's drying out, but that's the closest. Um, and then the shuttle arts have a color that's also kind of similar. It's a little less yellow. I could go with that. So let me try this nicety one first, and then I can go from there. Amy said, "Yeah, that's my sketchbook right now. Looks great." Thank you. I just, like, because I want to, like I was saying before, I want to add more things where they, obviously it's going to be points where they're just standing there, but I want to have more like action shots. Like this one I did was really cool. Even though they're just standing there, you can tell they're like looking at something or they see something that they're about to interact with. Um, More poses like that versus just, even here, I did really good with him, but it's kind of, and I mean, you can tell what they're doing, but they're also just standing there. So, like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. We'll see. And this is pretty yellow, but we're gonna roll with it because it's just the background. And some people were saying like, oh, your background doesn't even have to be detailed. You can just throw some stuff in there, some shapes and whatnot, and because you can't do everything. You can't do background and do the characters and do, so they were like, focus on what you like doing, which is the characters. And then the backgrounds, what you're doing so far for the backgrounds is not bad. They said, you can have a few things in the background that help tell the story, but it doesn't have to be like super significantly detailed and all of that. And I think that's kind of the problem I'm having with myself is I'm trying to do everything and I can't do everything. So, and they were like, yeah, just focus on, the characters because that's where you're having the most fun, the characters and their actions and their faces and their, so focus on that and then just add little tidbits into the background. So I'm like, yeah, but I do want the background to be, and I think it's just I'm trying to add too many details to the background. Um, but I don't know. When I get famous, I'll hire a background artist. Because I have ideas for the backgrounds, but I'm like, ooh, I don't know how to draw a single building. So, though I did try, in this one, I did do a few here. You can't really see them yet, but they're there. Trust me. I'll probably have to put 2 layers because it's pretty sketchy looking. So like this area. Okay. So yeah, something like that. And then I'll find a little bit of a darker color to add some dots. You need a mid-size sketchbook? Like what size are we talking about? Like, do you think this is considered mid-sized, Mary? I think I want this side to be like the background to be purple. Where's my this? All right. I'm gonna do the sky, and then I'm going to oh, I could do like a metallic purple. I think I might do that. Oh, you don't know yet. Okay. Well, for reference, this is an 8 by 8. Well, it's 8.3 by 8.3 is what it is. If you were looking for like a size reference. Uh, Yuki, are you getting into things? It sure does sound like it. Okay, so we got our nice shiny um sky. Missed some spots here. Okay. Yes, because you can fit 3 to 4 small sketches on it. You sent the Turner paint back? Oh, are they sending you a replacement or you just sent it back? Cause those dry ones was crazy. Um, I would have sent it back too if mine came like that. Cause they are definitely not supposed to be like that. Sideways. Yeah, she had to. Was it 2 or 3? It was a couple of them where it was coming out like uh you know that stuff that you use to like put, no, it was thicker than that. It was pretty thick. Um and it she had to like really squeeze it out. I was like, "Oh no. It wasn't supposed to be like that," and I'm glad she sent it back. Now, are you getting another one or are you just being done with it? Okay, so we got that, and then yeah, that was pretty crazy. No replacement? Okay, so you're just leaving it alone. So then you're gonna try the Holbein or what? Well, all right, we got a few things colored. I'm gonna try to line these today so I can probably scan them just like that, honestly. But do that. I do kind of like the way the that's probably what we should have worked on. The cover of the thing. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that cover. I'm gonna color it first and see what it looks like. Um, I'll probably try a different variant of it down here, 2 different ones maybe. But yeah, I'm getting through this book. I am. I'm almost done. So, oh, some guy opened up some Pokemon packs yesterday and he asked me, did I see one in the pack that I thought was cool? And I told him this one was cool and he gave it to me. So, um, because we have like a Pokemon card machine at work, and you guys know me and my Pokemon, so got that. He gave one to my manager too, and she told me to keep it in here, and I totally forgot. So I'm gonna put hers in a sleeve so it doesn't get all beat up, and I'll give it to her today. But she chose Mankey. I chose Swallow. I'm gonna put it in back here with mine, and then I'll give it to her. We both work today, so hey, View. View, you always come when I'm about to leave. I gotta go to work, but I don't know. Depending on how I feel. Well, no, tomorrow I have to go pick up the prints from Walgreens and see what they look like. Um, so you guys might see me tomorrow. I also need to check out this printing shop, which is in the other direction. So we'll see. I definitely, if nothing else, gotta pick up the stuff at Walgreens. But Walgreens prints, yeah, for my art. Um, they do matte printing, so I wanted to see what it looked like. But I might end up printing at home and just getting my printer fixed. Uh, I it might be cheaper in the long run to just figure out what's going on with my printer and print them myself. Um, because my printer, it actually, when it works, it prints really good. So like the colors and everything. So if the Walgreens prints look weird, which they might, because I had to take a photo of it and like scan it that way, and it was kind of weird. So I'm praying that it turns out good, but don't hold your breath, guys. We'll see when they come. I'm gonna go get them tomorrow. They open at 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna be there bright and early. So I don't have to. No, I've already updated it. I'm gonna get some fresh ink and put in there and kind of flush out I'm gonna give it a good flush and put some brand new ink in there and see if that helps. That might be what it is. Probably just need some fresh ink. So I'm gonna do that, and um, once that's done, then I can start putting the 3 prints that I did in the shop. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, these 3 will be in my shop. So and these are 5x7s. The Walgreens ones are a little bit smaller. They're 4x6. So that's another reason why I'm kind of like, I kind of want to print them at home. But I'll probably sell these as a set and this one by itself with a trading card. So these 2 will be a set, and then it'll be this one and the trading card that comes with it. I'm thinking. I don't know yet, guys. That's just, I'm thinking out loud. But let me head out. And hi Annie. I'm gonna head to work. Mary, I hope to see you live later. Somebody, anybody. Um, so I don't lose my mind at work. But okay, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.